Alright, today we're looking at eighth note permutations, variations of quavers. We're also going to be looking at, for the first time, dotted crotchets. They go for a beat and a half. First though, let's have a look at some variations that we're going to be coming up against in this piece. Cool. Alright guys, so let's just have a look at this. These are all the different variations that we are going to come across in our following exercise. So let's just isolate them and run them a few times. So everything we come up against is already understood. Let's do it. First one, not too hard. With our new count, 1 and 2 and. Not too bad. Let's run that 3 times. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Pretty easy, that one. You guys get it. Next one, also not too difficult. We've seen plenty of this before. 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 1, 2 and. Yeah. The next one, the exact inverse of this. Instead of having a crotchet on our first beat, we now have it on our second. Let's do it. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. All right, our next one, a little bit tricky now. We have a quaver, a crotchet, then a quaver. So if we have our hits over our 2 beats, we've got 1 and 2 and, we'd find our 1 and, the crotchet carries into the 2, and then and for the quaver. So if we're doing this, or if we're looking at this one, say in, the reference to our 4 beats here, we've got 1 and 2 and. Those 2 beats there is that crotchet. So let's run this. We got 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. All right, our next one. So here we have our dotted crotchet. Goes for a beat and a half. That dot right there that's what does it. It puts half of its original value on the end. And then we have a quaver. And this fills up 2 beats. 1.5 beats, half a beat. So we have 1 and 2 and. Let's do it again. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. And lastly, we have the exact inverse of this one here. So we've got a quaver and then a hit that goes for a beat and a half. So this would be 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Hopefully they all make sense. Anyway, let's do it. All right, guys. Metronome, 60 BPM, beats per minute. Let's give 1 bar in, and we'll do it. 2. Ready? Go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Awesome. Hope you got through that, guys. Hope it's making sense. Only a couple more exercises left and you're going to smash out this first section, the beginner, then there's going to be the intermediate if you want to do it, and then the advanced. But you're almost at the end of this series. Good work. Keep it up. Till next time, take it easy.